Cloud. Okay. So can everybody see my screen? Social media ads. Hope it's coming through your screen good. Type in yes into the text chat if you can see it. Everybody see it okay? Okay. Bear with me here. I'm just looking for my own chat here real quick so I can see. Let me stop my share just for a second. Okay, everybody can see it. Okay, good deal. Let's start it back. Okay, social media ads. We've had a couple of people that I've been seeing. They're friends. They're in my friends list in social media. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Y'all bear with me here. I'm going to make it to where y'all can allow participants to unmute themselves. Yes. Okay, so in the event you don't see something, if one of you leaders out there would just unmute and say, Tim, we don't see it, or something's not going like it should. So if you'll do that, I appreciate it. Let me go ahead. Okay, social media ads. Social media, it's kind of funny. I've been tracking for the last 4 weeks the My Gen Start signups and signups to Genusity. And it's kind of funny. We've had almost exactly 50% of the Genusity signups have come from safe list advertising. Okay, we're right at, I want to say it's 48.5%, 48.5% has come from safe list. And that's kind of exciting because I know there's some people out there that are taking advantage of those free advertising platforms. But what's even more exciting is that right now, 32% are coming from social media. Folks, that is a brand new frontier for advertising for network marketing in reality, okay? Why? Because it was exciting 5 and 10 years ago. It really produced a lot. Then it cooled off, okay? Then it cooled off. But today, it's picked up for Genusity, tremendously picked up. So with that being said, I went out there and just started looking at some of the ads that got people's attention and took 4 ads and kind of played with them for the last 3 to 4 weeks to see what ad attracts the most amount of people. And this ad that I'm getting ready to show you is hands down the best. 5 to 1, the best. It's produced more revenue for distributors than any other ad on social media. So what I want to do is bring the ad up. Now I'm going to take this PowerPoint that I've got this on, and I'm going to put it in the Genusity group. So y'all can go there and look at everything I'm going to show you and copy it, reword it, whatever, okay? This one ad right here has produced 5 to 1, easily 5 to 1 more revenue for distributors than any ad that I've been able to find. And there's been some great ads. James Henderson, he's on the team with Patrick and all them. James is advertising or Journey. He's on one of those teams. Journey team might be Journey. But he's advertising also, and he's got some ads that I wasn't able to get his ads, but you can friend James Henderson. You can look at his page and see all his pre-made ads that he's done. But this ad right here is brought in 5 to 1 easily. A one-time payment of $195 generates $12,400 in just 3 cycles. This is incredible. Ask me how. Folks, this ad is phenomenal, what it is brought in. Now, here's the key. You don't want to place this ad this morning and then by the afternoon place it again and again. You can share it back to your news feed and share it back to your story during the course of the day, but you don't want to place it as a new ad. I've learned something about Facebook's algorithms, Twitter's algorithms, Instagram's algorithms. Whenever you take an ad and you put it back in and hit send again, and you put the same ad in, you don't share it, you actually create the same one again, it lessens the viewership for the original one, and the new one doesn't hardly get anything. So if you put it in the morning, early in the morning, around lunchtime, what you might want to do is go to your wall and go to the original one and click share and share it to your story and share it to your news feed again, okay? And repaste it back in to the share. That will not hurt the viewership. So that ad right there is powerful. It has created my GenStart sales. It's created other product sales. It is done phenomenal. Now, what do you do when they ask you, when they put more info in the comment section? Gray has been doing great. Gray, my son he started using that ad originally. And I started tracking his. Then I noticed a few other distributors using it. I started tracking theirs. Well, I noticed they weren't getting the conversion rate. I was looking at how many people said more info on theirs, which was almost equivalent to what his was getting. And by the way, folks, he does not go by Gray in Facebook. So if you're going to try to friend him, he won't even accept a Genusity friend request. Okay. I actually created a second page and tried to friend him, and he figured out it was me. He is very savvy, but what he's done is he's built 5,000 members, 5,000 friends and family of all network marketers. So that's who's seeing his ads. In turn, I said, Gray, how are you getting the conversions? This is what he pastes and sends to each one of them in an instant message. He doesn't put it in the comments. He puts in the comments, hi, so-and-so, and he tags their name, makes their name show up. I just sent you an instant message with the info. Please let me know that you get it. You got it. Okay. But here's what he sends them. Hi, and he puts their first name in it. Thanks for requesting the information. You can get the info 2 different ways. Number 1, we have a short business overview. He just added this part. Short business overview, Zoom presentation with the CEO of the company starting in a few minutes. Go here right now. Go get on it right. Go here to get on it right now. Pre-launch. He bought that domain name. It forwards to his new webinar system, the Genusity webinar system in Guerrilla Marketing Pro. That's where it sends them to. Or you can watch this short 2-minute video and get your free membership at this link, yourlastbeginning.com. That takes them to one of the landing pages that's in Guerrilla Marketing Pro that has the little 2-minute. It's not the one that really goes into depth. It's the shorter one. Either way, let me know if you want to make a fortune, because that's what I'm doing. That's what he sends them back right there. That's his conversion. And his conversion is phenomenal, folks. Phenomenal at what he's doing with this response. Now, online ads, because I've had so many requests. Can you show us some online ads? So I took 2 of his ads. It's the same ad. One of them he uses in an autoresponder when he's blasting his leads that are in an autoresponder, where you can put a link in the ad. The other one is where he sends to safe list, because you can't put your link directly in the ad in a safe list. Okay. So here is the ad that he sent, that he blasts out. Here's the ad that he blasts out. And I thought I corrected it, but I didn't yet. So you'll need to correct it. But this is the ad that he blasts out to his autoresponder leads. Okay. Now, if you would, whenever you create, you notice it looks like eye candy. Okay. It's got a lot of color in it that attracts them to it. It's got some bold statements that he backs up. I put ... Gray S, Augusta, Georgia down below this statement. You need to put it below. It could do the same for you below that as well. And then a space, and then the high first name tag for the ad. Okay. Now remember, this is going to be The PowerPoint is going to be available for you in the Genusity group after this call today, okay? So you don't worry if you can't get this all written down or copied or whatever, so, okay? But if you would, and I'm asking everybody to do this, take this right here, ... Gray S, Augusta, Georgia, and put it, skip a line and put it directly under it. Could do the same for you, and make sure it's in smaller print like this is versus this underneath it, and then a space, and then high name. This is, and make sure you've got your quotation marks from here. Make sure you got your quotation marks from to the left of this and to the right of the exclamation point. That way it's him saying that. You're going to ride his coattails, folks, is what that's designed to do. Then you're going to want to put your link for that landing page for Guerrilla Marketing Pro right here, whatever your link is. And I would suggest you buying a short domain name and forward it to it. Do not cloak it and do not mask it, but forward it to it. Because if you put, let's say, whatever it is that Randy's got, I can't even remember what it goes to. But if you put a long one that's not memorable, people won't remember that. You gotta take $10 or $20 a year and own 2 domain names, okay? Is what I suggest. But you'll put the one that goes to your Guerrilla Marketing Pro landing page for the GenCycler 2.0 right here. And then the one that you've got that goes to the recorded webinar system right here. And that way, one way or the other, you're going to capture those people from those safe list or solo ads that you're sending out. Okay. In this case, you're going to recapture them if this is being sent to your autoresponder list. Okay. This is the ad that you would send to your safe list. Okay. Now, you notice I didn't highlight this. I didn't include the quotes. I was just fast at putting this together. So this goes out to the safe list. And you'll notice it says here for this one here, which takes them to that 2-minute video. Okay. You'll notice that that we didn't connect and didn't hyperlink this domain name, but it says type the website below into your website browser, not a search bar. Leave out any spaces like this space here, this space here, this space here, and click enter. Then watch the 2-minute video, follow its simple instructions, and then join my team for free. Okay, so that's the first one. Then get on our global pre-launch webinar that's getting ready to start in a few minutes. Go to the credit link, because whenever you send this out in a safe list, it's going to add a credit link somewhere below it. Okay, so it's directing them to go to the credit link in this email now. Now, what you do whenever you're setting up this ad, you're going to have a box that's going to let you put in the domain name you want that credit link to send them to. That domain name, in his case, for that recorded webinar system, is Pre-Launch of the Century. So that's what would go into the credit link box in the safe list. So that is our social media little boot camp quickie advertising. Okay, I'm going to post this PowerPoint in the Genusity group. So folks, what I just gave you is a diamond nugget and a half. Okay, this is a 10-carat nugget I just gave you, because he is making some incredible money. He's getting signups and he's picking and choosing is where he's gotten to right now. So, and it's all duplicatable. Everything he's done is duplicatable. It can be done by any one of you that are out there. So with that being said, we're going to go to a live question and answer session where you can ask, thank you, Kimberly, where you can ask any questions pertaining to what I just shared with you, or if you need advice on anything and I can give it to you legally, give it to you, okay? I'm going to do everything legally, okay? I don't do anything, don't ask me no shady garbage, okay? I don't want none of that, okay? But if you want to ask me anything legally, I can do that, okay? So at this time, if you have any questions, if you have any questions, type in yes, and I will unmute, and I will call on you, and you can click the unmute feature because I've got it set up so you can all unmute. So Any questions? Just type in that. Thanks a million. Great lesson. Mela has a question. Okay, where's Mela? Mela, if you will, unmute yourself and just ask your question. I mean, where's Mela? I'll click the unmute for you if you're having trouble here. Give me just a second. Let me just do it up here. How about this? Okay, Mela, I just clicked the ask to unmute so you can unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Thank you, Ken.
Sure, ask your question.
Okay, so how many domain names do you recommend for this? How many different ones for the landing pages? Because I created one, but you can only direct one link to one domain. So how many do we need?
Yeah, I would recommend. Here's how I would do it. Okay. Gray owns about 10 domain names. Okay.
Okay.
Because he likes to change it up. He doesn't, he likes to use one for maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, and then he changes it to something else for 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, and then he changes it back to something. Okay.
Oh.
But he keeps it fresh. And you'll notice everything has a saying behind it. Okay. He's got domain names. I've got a list of his names here. Just pre-launched. He's got what was his other one here that he uses? Joingray.com. He's got all these great domain names that have their little sayings. They're not super long. The only long one he's got is pre-launch of the century, and that points to the new webinar system. Okay.
Okay.
So you want that domain name to speak to those prospects, to give them hope, to give them a sense of wanting to click on it, to create curiosity. So, and keep it short and sweet and memorable. Always do that. Okay. So at least 2, because you're going to want one for your little 2-minute landing page video for GenSite, My GenStart or GenCycler 2.0, and then you're going to want one for the Genusity webinar system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at least those. Now he's got a third one that he uses to send people to sign up for the Super Saturday webinar, that live webinar link, the genprosystem.com/?R=Mela. That one.
Yeah.
He's got a third one that's static. That means that one stays with that one forever.
Okay.
And I believe that one is pre-launch webinars, the one he uses for that.
Okay.
So he's actually got 3 that he uses.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Kimberly, if you want to unmute real quick. Can you unmute? I says that everybody can unmute. Okay, I clicked the unmute so you can unmute.
Okay. Yeah, is there a cost to advertise on SafeList?
Here's God, that's a great question too. And I appreciate that question so much, because this is what I'm going to give everybody a diamond chip right now. Okay. And you can thank Kimberly on this one. Okay. 90% of the SafeList worldwide are free to join and free to email. The only thing that is going to cost you to use them is your time, because you're going to have to go and get credits, because they require credits to be able to send your ad to their members. So it means you're going to have to open up other members' ads, but you can read my SafeList training. You can watch the video on SafeList training, how to do all that. Now, there are some of them that charge. I tell everybody, start with the free ones. I built $1 million a year income, over $100,000 a month income, using 99% free SafeList. Now, once I got going and started building a team, what I did was I sent a support ticket to each of those SafeList owners, introducing myself, introducing my opportunity. I sent them a landing page and giving them an offer, saying that I'm building a gigantic team and I'll be glad to refer my members to your SafeList to use with my personal referral link, even though there's no money in it to do that, if they give me an upgraded membership to their SafeList for life. Now, by getting that upgraded membership, it allowed me to send more frequently to them. And it let them know that as I built a team, I would refer that team to use their safe list as well. Now, you might be saying, everybody listen up now. You might be saying, well, Tim, you know, man, if all of these Genusity members are all using the same safe list, that's no good. Folks, how many of you right now, get ready to type in the text chat, how many of you have gone fishing? Type in a 1 in the text chat. Okay. Well, you'll know when you go fishing, you can't catch them all. The more Genusity members that are in the same safe list, the more chances of catching a fish, of catching a prospect. You see, most prospects need to see the same type of ad 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 times before they decide to jump on the next one that comes up. Okay? So the more people that are using the same, because if there's 5,000 members and all of a sudden 400 Genusity members join it, that's 5,400 members, but there's still 5,000 that are not in Genusity. And working as a team, sending ads out constantly ups your chance of getting a sign up from that list. It creates believability for Genusity and my GenStar and for your team. So the more people that use it, the better frequency of prospects you're going to receive. Always remember that. So, Kimberly, did that answer your question? I don't know if it did. Let me scroll all the way back down. Okay, good deal. Super. You're welcome. Thank you for the question. Okay, any other questions? Type in yes now. If you've already typed them in, we're scrolled down so far, I can't find them. So type yes again, and I'll unmute. Type yes, unmute, and I'll unmute you. You're welcome, Maddie. Folks, this is get busy work, but let me say this. You owe it to all of your family and friends to spread the good word of Genusity, to spread the good word of products below wholesale, of spread the good word of being able to make income daily to everybody. Your warm market is the hottest market. The highest percentage of sign-up rate and success that you're going to receive is going to be with your warm market. If you feel that you burned your warm market out in the past, guess what? You're getting ready to reignite them, because now you've got a great story to go to with them. A story of high quality, low prices, saving them money, of getting help for them that might have lost a job, that might be waiting on stimulus and barely can make the ends meet. You're going to give them that hope that they need for success. So with that, any questions before we end today's live Super Saturday training? Any more questions? Just type yes if you got one and unmute. Bit.ly, Otis Turner, you got a great question there, man. That is super. Short links, Bit.ly and all those, I recommend no. Because their spam rating, they get so many spam complaints that their spam rating ends up getting those emails thrown into spam folders or not even accepted by the email provider. Blocks it before it ever even reaches you in some cases. So Bit.ly and things like that, no, strictly no. You want to give yourself the highest chance of a read that you can. Owning your own domain name and using it properly will up the rating of inbox delivery for you. Okay. So who did I just? Yes, hold please. Okay, Maddie. Yeah, and those links are not memorable and they're questionable. Some people see them and they think, oh no, man, I'm not going to click that. That might go to that I might upload something to my computer by accident. That's okay, Coach RGT. I saw that. I knew you did that by accident. Choose a domain that relates to exactly. You're welcome, Otis. What's the best way to promote on Facebook groups without being flagged as spam? Maddie, here's the key. If you're going to join groups, be prepared to give it an extra minute or two. That means join the group, go in there and read just look at some of their posts and like a bunch of posts, okay? Like the post. And then what you want to do is you want to post to those. Let me give you an idea. When I first started posting to groups, I got put in Facebook jail every other week. Because, man, I belonged to 50 or 100 groups, and I tried to post in those groups. Even though some of the groups, I was the owner of the group, I would get flagged for posting in the group. That's how stupid Facebook, and excuse the expression, I don't like to call anybody stupid, but that's how moronic. Oh, don't want to call them moron. Well, I guess they are, but that's how crazy they are, okay? I would get flagged for posting in my own group. So what I learned was I started posting 10 to 20 a day, into 10 to 20 groups a day. And after about 3 or 4 or 5 weeks of continuous posting like that, okay, I would break it off and post every other day. Let's back up a second. This is being recorded. I would post 10 to 20 groups every other day. Then after 3, 4, 5 weeks, I would start to post to 10 to 20 groups a day. Then after 3 or 4 or 5 weeks of doing that, I would start to post to 30 to 40 groups a day. Now I can get away with posting up to 100 groups a day and not get flagged, okay? So it's a process of building up and building your point score up in their algorithms. That's one of the key methods to properly utilizing social media. You have to build those point values up of who you are and that you're not just a spammer. You're also going to go in there and like some of their posts. So there's exactly, Gail. It's a strategy you have to come up with. You have to give a little to take a little. Always remember that in social media. And let me say this. I know we use Facebook mostly for family, okay? And I agree with that. But let me say this. You need to build to 5,000 family and friends members. And how you do that is you go in there and you friend people that where it says below their name knows 35 people in common with you, okay? Those that have the higher in common rate, you want to look at them and see if they're network marketers, see if they're marketers. If they are, send a friend request to them and do 5 or 10 a day. Don't do 50 because then you'll get flagged for spamming. Do 5 or 10 a day and make it a point. Put that as on your schedule of daily to do. Treat Genusity as a business, folks. Just like if you went to work at a department store, you would have your daily chores to do at work. Okay. Well, the same thing goes on in your own business. You want to create a system of things to do. And remember, you're doing them now for Kimberly Poe LLC. Okay. You're doing them now for Chris Schaus Corporation. You're doing them now for Samantha McFarlane Corporation, for Otis Turner LLC. You're doing it for you and your family. You're not doing it for somebody else. You're not building somebody else's dreams. You're going to build your dreams and your team's dreams. You're going to lead by example. You want to do the things that other people can do. Okay, keep it duplicatable. Can you please provide this in a template for us? Too much to remember or write. Well, this is being recorded. So Maddie, you can go back and listen to this over and over and over again, okay? So this is being recorded. And Randy will post this in the members back office as well. And in the GMP recordings as well. So with that, any other questions? Did I miss any? Type yes if you have a question and unmute, and I'll unmute you, or type yes and hit enter, and then start typing your question, and I'll wait for your question to come up. 1 minute warning. We have 1 minute before we end this. Coach RGT, that's been up for 3 days, 4 days now. It's in your Guerrilla Marketing Pro back office. Go to the upper Genusity Marketing, drop it down, and it opens up, and you'll see the Gen Cycler, My Gen Start, and you'll see Genusity Webinar System, okay? And you'll see that for you, and that'll have your replicated link that you can use to advertise. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that so much. I know you did, and our prayers are with you and everything. So, like I said, we're fast though. We got it up. Y'all asked for it. We got it for y'all. So thank you, Maddie. I appreciate 2020-73. Thank you. We appreciate it, Roland. Yes, RGT. And congratulations goes out to Herb Ewing, a brand new grandfather of twin babies. We appreciate all of you. God bless y'all. Okay. Take care. May God bless all of you. May he cast his shield of protection and prosperity, health and healing, and more important than all of the rest, love around you and your families. We love you. We care about you. Let me stop the recording now, and I'll say my final goodbye for today to everybody.